We're going to talk about Node.js, and the reason why we're going to be using Node, at least for the JavaScript portion of our application, is because it's really a useful tool in helping us interpret our JavaScript code, see where there's bugs and errors and problems. And there's lots of ways to run JavaScript code, but we're going to use Node. And also, Node is very powerful in and of itself. And if you're not using it already, you should learn it, because Node makes it really easy to get web services up and going, talking to your mobile apps. If you can get down mobile development with Node and Express, you're going to be a very powerful tool. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up Google Chrome. We're going to go find it and install it. Let's just do incognito here. Get all the junk off. Okay. And so we're going to type in Node.js. Just do a search. It should be the first one that pops up right here, nodejs.org. Okay. I'll make it a little bit bigger here so we can all see it. And I'm just going to read the top section here. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. So Google Chrome's JavaScript interpreter, okay, that's what Node is built off of. Node.js uses an event-driven, non-blocking I/O model that makes it lightweight and efficient. And Node's package ecosystem, NPM, is the largest ecosystem of open source libraries in the world. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about NPM later, but how cool is it to know that the largest ecosystem of open source libraries for any one thing is here with Node? It's not with Ruby, it's not with Django and Python, it's not with PHP, it's with Node. So I hope you can see kind of the benefit of using Node. It's a big deal, huge community, and it's growing fast. So go ahead and download it. This is also available for PC or Linux, other downloads. We're going to download it for OS X here. It's fairly lightweight, and I'm just going to click it here, and it's going to install it like so. I've already done this process, so I'm not going to follow through all the way. So go ahead and go through this, these prompts here and install Node, okay? And when it's all complete, it will be on your system, and you should be able to access it right from your terminal. So go ahead and Command Space to pull open your terminal, okay? And if Command Space is not doing this for you to pull this up, you need to update your Mac to the latest. There's no reason why you should be on an older version of Mac, especially with Apple development. So go ahead and pull open terminal here. I'm gonna make it really big here. And all you gotta do to run Node is type in Node. Now what's really cool about this is, and the caret there, the sideways caret, sorry, I don't know the name of the character, it indicates that you're in the Node shell. And I want to bring one thing up. So Node allows JavaScript to be run pretty much anywhere. And maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but here's what's really cool. And so in the previous history of everything JavaScript, browsers are what have allowed JavaScript code to be interpreted. JavaScript's an interpreted language, and you need an interpreter to be able to run the code. And so only browsers have been able to do that. Well, then Node came out, which allowed it to be run on a Mac, on a PC, on a server. You see where I'm going with this? So now you can run JavaScript code anywhere, and JavaScript is all over the place. So very cool tool. We are in the shell here right now, Node, and this is real cool. We can actually run actual JavaScript here in the shell, and it will output the results. So if I say 15 times 5 and press enter, 75. How about 6 minus 5? 1. Very cool stuff. So you can do stuff right here from the shell, and it's interpreting it real time. Now, this isn't super useful for us right now, and I've never seen a great need to use this interactive shell, but it's there for you. So, and to get out of it is Control C and Control C again to quit. So we have Node installed, and just to make sure it works, just for one final test, let's go ahead here on the desktop, and I'm going to go ahead and say vim, and we're going to say temp.js. Vim is the text editor that comes with the bash, and so I'm going to go into it. I'm going to press I to go in insert mode, and you don't have to follow along if you don't want to, and you don't have to know what I'm doing here. I'm just running a test to make sure it works. I'm going to create a JavaScript file. So I'm in insert mode because I pressed I, and I'm going to say var, let's say val1 equals 10. And we're going to say var val2 equals 5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, let's say the sum, We're going to say var sum equals val1 plus val2. And then we are going to do console.log sum. Some simple, valid JavaScript. I'm going to press escape a few times to get out of insert mode. I'm going to hold down shift and press colon next to the L. That gets the prompt up there at the bottom left if you can see it. And I'm going to press X to save and quit. That's how you interact with Vim. This is not a tutorial about Vim, but okay. Now, what I wanted to show you was that we can actually run that file. So I created that file, temp.js. It's living right here on my desktop. If I just type in ls, it should be right here somewhere. Oh, I guess we're not on the desktop. We're in my main user folder, but that's okay. Temp.js is there. Command K to clear there, and I'm going to go ahead and just run node, the word node, and then temp.js. What we should see is the result printing to the screen. Node's going to run this JavaScript file. What we're going to do now is just introduce an error. So I'm going to open up temp.js, okay, vim temp.js. I'm going to press I to go in insert mode. And let's just, what do we want to do to make an error here? Let's say something silly. Let's say val2 equals var, okay? Doesn't make any sense. That's okay. I'm going to press escape, hold down shift and then colon and then X to save and quit. This time I'm going to run node temp.js and see if it works. It gives me an error and it shows me the exact line of code where the problem is. Unexpected token var, if you can see that right there. Unexpected token var, okay? So Node, very powerful, interprets it for you right there on the spot, can help you solve your problems. We're going to be using this throughout the JavaScript portion of this course, and you should start getting familiar with it as a web developer. Sometimes now in my job and just in regular development, if I have a mobile app and I quickly want to prototype a backend with data, I took the time to learn Node and Express, and now I can throw up web servers with databases really easy. And it wasn't that hard to learn. So very important stuff. If you think it's not applicable to you, I'm not a web developer, I want to learn iOS. Well, these are some really important things that are going to help make you a better iOS developer, better Apple TV developer, and you'll start getting a taste for the web because you need to know some of the things that is happening behind the scenes on the web to really appreciate that on the client. So anyway, that's Node. We've installed it, and let's go ahead and